What's good, YouTube? It's your man Spiel Dog. you know, I think a few people think that I'm not still rocking with Tank like I was, just because I may just point out certain things that's just fact. But I'm rocking with Tank like I always was. I just know that the guys Tank had started fighting, he had got too comfortable. And Lamont Roach really did him a favor. In the end, that fight with Lamont Roach, if Tank keep on fighting, that fight with Lamont Roach is gonna be the one that's gonna make him stamp his career at the end of the day. Because I think if any, he almost caught Tank slipping that night. You know, Tank came in there to really just put on the show and found himself in a fight, and it caught him off guard. I really believe it did, but he needed that wake up. I think I understand the money game part of boxing, and he played that when he was with Floyd. But it's best to do like some of the old school guys like Roy Jones and Sugar Ray and Earl Spence and Bud and all them did, and fight some of them tough guys in your divisions as you going up, because sooner or later you're gonna get in a big show. And if you don't fight some of them guys on your way up, you're not gonna be ready when you in that big fight. Lamont Roach is gonna make it where now if he fights Shakur Stevenson or one of them guys, Teofimo, or one of them high level guys, he gonna be ready now. He won't come in there, unprepared now. That won't ever happen again. And I ain't saying he wasn't prepared tonight with Lamont Roach, but I don't think he came in that expecting to have to fight the way that he ended up having to fight, just to get to keep from losing, to get the draw in that fight. And Tank got, in my mind, Tank got the one thing that none of these other guys really have like that at 135, and that's that real knockout power, that one punch power. Tank got that, and as long as Tank is on and have it, going in there to have a complete fight, you're gonna get caught with it. You won't make it if Tank coming to fight. You won't go 12 rounds without getting it at least a couple of times, and you ain't gonna be able to take it a couple of times. I just think now he gonna be coming in there 100% ready to go if he gonna keep fighting. I don't think he gonna bullshit no more. I think he gonna become 100% prepared from this point out, and that's really kind of bad news for Shakur and some of these guys that gotta fight him at some point if they ever want to have a top spot. You gotta really go through Tank, regardless. That's who running things at 135. Whether they like it or not, you got everything go through Tank to some degree. So at some point, everybody that's really talking about they somebody got to come see Tank. That's if he taking the fights, and I think now I don't like hearing them throwing that Manny Pacquiao fight around with Tank. I think that's more gimmick shit to some degree. I hope. The Jake Paul, I don't even want to hear no more of that kind of shit around Tank name. I mean, Tank he got a division to clean up. It's a lot of smoke at 135 that need to be, I mean, his Tank can really cement his name with it's some good fights. Abdullah Mason, Shakur Stevenson, Lil Schofield coming up. You got Andy Cruz coming up. It's some great fights at 135, and it's time. I mean, it's some great motherfucking fights down there. It's time to go ahead and start putting some of them on. And I think like this little case, that this little legal situation, this is nothing what Tank going through really. Don't what make it something is bad that it's another incident with him and a woman. Now I don't like that part about it, but on the legal side, I don't see it being that big of a deal. And no matter what it is, he can put this shit off at least 2.5 years if he want to. Him and his lawyers, you can put a case off that long. So that ain't nothing that got to be dealt with right now. So he still got plenty of time to put on a couple of big shows before whatever the final decision on that shit turn out to be come out. He got plenty of time to go out here and make some big fights before he between now and then. So I don't see how that's gonna be interfering with his career at all. I don't see that even being a real distraction. You know, that might be a distraction for people that ain't used to dealing with them type situations, but guys that come up a certain type way, this is nothing. That this ain't no. I mean, once again, the only something part about it is it being another incident with him and a female. But as far as real trouble, this ain't this is some domestic bullshit. It's something that'll be handled. One way or the other. No matter how it goes, this ain't nothing that's going. He won't get stretched out for this. Trust me on that. So I don't have no. I'm not worried about his legal situation getting in the way of the boxing career. I just want him to still want to fight, and if he still want to fight, it's big fights to be made out there. And I don't see, even though he rich, I don't see nobody leaving that kind of money sitting on the table. So I figure at some point he'll be announcing a fight. But the Lamont Roach fight, we already seen that fight. As far as I'm concerned, I really don't want to see it again. Lamont Roach did his thing. He can, he can sit well with the. He can always say, and to some degree, he beat Tank. He could say that. He could say that, and it ain't like he'll be saying the worst thing in the world because it was a damn close fight. But they ain't nothing tanking game, but that it'll be a pride fight. There's bigger fights out there that the fans really want to see, like him and Shakur, or him and Schofield, or him and Abdullah Mason. I mean, these dudes finna be champions and ranked #1 and shit like that. So let's go clean up what really need to be cleaned up. That was a cherry pick gone wrong when he got Lamont, cause Lamont ain't no legitimate cherry. Lamont is a real fighter, just like he is. You know, I like Lamont Roach. He ain't quite as experienced as far as in the professional game as Tank and some of the other guys, but he came up the same way they did, and Lamont Roach is gonna be, that's a problem for anybody. Now, Gary Russell and Lamont Roach, I like that. I like that a lot. That's a beautiful fight right there. But Tank need to be going on bigger and better. I hate to say it like that, if you want to fight Lamont Roach some years later, fine. But right now, let's go ahead and clean up what the shit you supposed to been doing anyway. And Lamont Roach is the one that gave him his wake up call. And I think, in the end of the day, that Lamont Roach fight gonna be, if Tank fight on, is gonna be one of the best things that could ever happen to him, because he won't take this shit for granted going in the ring no more, and he'll fight who he need to fight, because fighting them guys that ain't necessarily on your level don't get you prepared for the guys that's on your level that you're gonna have to at some point fight. You cannot sidestep these motherfuckers forever. So it's time to go and step in instead of stepping around from now on and start beating these dudes, start catching. Like, I think Schofield is ranked #1. Bring his ass on in there. Bring him on in there and see if he ready. I don't think he ready for Tank at this point, but if the man has made it to the #1 spot, give him the fight. Give him the fight. You gotta learn some kind of way, and sometimes these young dudes will surprise you. But I just think it's time for Tank to stop wasting time and go ahead and fight dudes who need to be fighting, and clean the motherfucking division up so he can go home and retire in peace. If he ain't gonna do it right now, which I don't think, because I see Coach Kenny around too much. I just don't think Tank is finna hang the gloves up yet. I think he got a couple good, quite a few good fights left in him. So, I'm still rocking with Tank, but it's just time for Tank to stop bullshit and fight these brothers, and go ahead and clean the motherfucking division out. And then go home. That's what I would like to see him do. But that's it for me on this video. If you liked the video, hit the like and subscribe. Till the next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.